Technology. Hi. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Would you like to start by introducing yourself?
Sure. So my name's Lisa. I was born in Belgium in like a smaller, not really a village, but like a really small city. It's called Kuurne. And yeah, I'm a copywriter, a travel blogger, and yeah, that's currently I'm in India. I'm traveling around. Yeah, that's a bit about me. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. What's your blogging name?
It's called Clumsy Stray Cat. It's about the mishaps that happen on the road and how to lead your best life. So it talks a bit about life in general and like things go wrong, like enjoying your best life even when things go wrong. That's the main idea behind it.
Brilliant. And so you say you're from Belgium, and which part of Belgium are you from?
The West Flanders. I like it's close by a city called Kortrijk, and it's like on the west side of the country, a bit like it's like a 45-minute drive from the sea, from the coastline. So to give a bit of an idea, yeah.
So, what's the area famous for?
My city, where I'm originally from. Actually, we're called the donkeys because, like I think it was in the Middle Ages, we used to like go to the market with the donkeys at the nearby market. So that's, it's a bit of a smallish town, so it's not like really famous for some things like the bigger towns usually are. I did live in Ghent for like 10 years, and that city is pretty famous for the beautiful castle and like the water ways. A couple of food items, of course, like a specific kind of candy. It's like in the form of a nose. It's called Cupidons. Yeah, it's really good actually. Yeah, so that's, for example, something that it's famous for.
So what is it made of, the nose?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's a type of candy. I can message you like the link, but I don't know by heart what it is.
Okay. No worries.
I mean, let's be honest, most candy is kind of processed, and I don't know exactly what's in it. But it's like it has a cuberdom taste, so.
Oh, wow, gosh, never heard of this before. And it doesn't have chocolates? No chocolates?
No, it doesn't. I mean, Belgium in general is pretty famous for its chocolate, the beers, the waffles, even though, to be honest, it's not something that a lot of Belgians eat regularly, which is different as opposed to like beer and chocolate, which is something that we do consume on a regular basis. So yeah, I think that's the most, like if we're talking Belgium in general, those are the specific things, yeah.
And do you have a favourite waffle house in Ghent? You could recommend?
Honestly, no, because I don't, as Belgian, we don't really eat it that much. I recommend like place for chocolate. That I can do, if that's like all right as well.
Yeah, sure. If you want to, that would be awesome.
A chocolate bar, and it's called Mayana, and literally everything you can get there is chocolate. So you can only get chocolate things. So you can make your own hot chocolate, and you can choose like if you want it with dark chocolate, white chocolate, milk chocolate. There's brownies with walnuts. It's like everything you can get there is chocolate. Nothing. Yeah. It's amazing. It's really good. But honestly, most places have great chocolate. So.
Cool. Great for us chocoholics. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Wow. So 2 years ago, I visited Ghent by train from Brussels.
Really? Ah,
Yeah,
that's great.
that was a long, long time ago. So if somebody, I guess you could still go by train from Brussels to there. Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
How long does it take? Do you know? Remember?
It depends based on whether you're taking the train in the weekends or during the week, because there are times when they're working on the train and then it takes a bit longer. But I'd
Hmm.
say anything between 45 minutes and like an hour and 5 minutes or something, not much more than that.
Okay. The train.
If you take there's like also a one train, so you gotta like be a bit careful which train you take, because there's also a train that like stops at a lot of different places, and that one takes at least an hour and a half, even two almost. So just make sure you check which one you take, and then you can get there to like 45 minutes, something like that.
Fab. Can you just buy the tickets on the train there, or you have to buy them in advance?
Uh, you have to, well, you have to buy them in the station. So you can just like, you can't buy them, well, if you buy them on the train, you will pay more. So, but they're like in every station in Belgium, there are either ticket counters or there are machines, tickets, where you can just get like your tickets there. And you can just buy them like 5 minutes beforehand. That's not a problem. It's not like it doesn't have any fixed seating system. You just get on the train, but you do need to have your ticket. There's even like an app now, and you can buy your tickets through your phone. But I'm not entirely like, I think you can use it as a foreigner, but
Yeah,
I think it's
maybe a bit difficult.
yeah.
So, as a local in Belgium, is there anything that you would recommend that maybe visitors wouldn't have heard of other than the candy, the nose?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the
Is,
question?
yeah, sure. Sorry. Is there anything that you would recommend being a local that not visitors would have heard of other than the candy, the nose?
Like as activities or food wise?
Or places to visit, maybe, or.
Uh,
Mhm.
well, I think like the most famous cities are Brussels, Ghent, Bruges, maybe Antwerp. But besides that, what is also a really great place to visit is Mechelen. It's really lovely, and not a lot of visitors like don't go there, but it's worth doing. There's also like this area in it's called Ypres, and then you have a surrounding area, and it's very like it's that's the place where like there were fights during the World War, and there's like all this history surrounded it, and it's like a bit, if you're interested in history, then that's an amazing place to go to. Um, you kind of have like the Ardennes, the Ardennen. It's a lot of the beer breweries are there, but it's in between like the forest, and it's a really nice place to camp and like try the cheeses. And yeah, you have like the different original breweries there everywhere. You could also go like wine tasting in the Vlaamse Ardennen, the Flemish Ardennes. There's a bit of different stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Wow, it's pretty good. Lots to see and do. Wow.
Yeah, true.
So the name of the place where the breweries are, what is it called again?
The Ardennes. It's like
Ardennes.
Ardennes, I think, in English. And
Okay.
yeah.
And you can go there by train as well, or?
It's a bit harder. You can get by train to like the one of the like gateway cities, but you can't. I think it would be really hard to like, because it's like in between the mountains, and you have all these like small towns there, and all the breweries are in small towns. So it would be easier if you have some sort of
Maybe a car
transport.
or something.
Yeah. I've also never tried it with public transport because I've always taken the car. So I would have to look into that. I think like the bigger places is possible to get there if you also use the. But yeah, I will need to check that actually. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm terrible. I don't like to drive on the other side of the road.
Yeah, I understand that.
So it's always good, for watchers, listeners, that, if they don't want to drive either on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So is there anything else you would like to talk about Belgium? Any festivals that you've been to, perhaps? Or
You got tons of festivals in Belgium. How did I forget this? Well, one of the most popular ones, of course, is Tomorrowland. Usually, when I'm abroad, even and people ask me where I'm from, and I say I'm from Belgium, there are two responses. Either they're like, "Oh, beer and chocolate," or they're like, "Oh, Tomorrowland." Honestly, I've never been. I would really like to go, but it just hasn't fit in my schedule yet. And I've always gone to other festivals in Belgium. You have one of the bigger ones is called Rockwerchter. So it's a 4-day festival with different bands from different. It has like a couple of stages, and it's usually pretty big names and a couple of smaller ones. Then you have like Bucklepop, which is a lot of fun. It's a bit smaller, I'd say, and there's more bands that are coming to that festival that you can like get to know. Not like there's like a lot of fun smaller bands that you might have never heard of, but that are really good. So that's really, I mean, it has like a great atmosphere. Like the food stands are different types of food. Like it's very much an experience to go to that one. That one really,
cool.
yeah. And then you got tons of other ones, smaller ones, but I think those are the biggest ones, I guess.
Is there any other festivals that is not music? Maybe food festivals or I don't know, flower festivals?
Nothing big, I think. You got like in every city and place has their own like smaller things going on. Like I know Ghent has like a week festival where there's like great food and there's food trucks, but Bruges has the same. Like, but it's never on a proper scale that I would say that's something like as a tourist that you definitely need to go to. The one thing I'm gonna say that would be great, it's like the Gentse Feesten, it's called. It's basically it's a 10-day, I think. It has 2 weekends and the week in between. It's a bit of a festival, and it is in Ghent, and it's always in July. And basically, the city transforms into this one big event and it has like different things going on. You have like music, you have workshops, you have parties till, let's say, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. Like you can try salsa classes, you can have different food on different food stands, see concerts. So yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, that's very specific. I've been there a lot because I used to live there, but it's so much fun. Yeah, that's definitely like I would recommend if you want to do that, maybe like do either the first weekend or the last weekend, and then add a couple of days where the city isn't having this festival.
Okay.
Because then you get like because it's very much in the historic center of the town. So if you want to see like the historic center without the festivities, then because it does get pretty busy, it's a lot of fun. But yeah.
Good to know. Do you have to buy these tickets for the event beforehand, or?
It's free.
Oh wow!
There might be like yeah, there might be events going on, like specific
Mhm.
ones during the festival where you need to pay for, but even that doesn't happen that much, to be honest.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can just, yeah, it's great.
Wow.
So you just pay for the drinks, for
Mhm.
the food, for the bathroom, for yeah.
You have to pay for the bathroom.
Well, kinda, yeah.
It's the same
But
most
it
places.
depends. There have been years where I think you had to pay, and there have been years where you didn't. It's just, but yeah, but it's like a couple of cents, so it's fine. But
Okay.
yeah,
Ah.
to keep them clean.
All right. Now, if you don't eat waffles, what do you eat as a local in Belgium?
What do I eat, or what do most people eat? Because that's a bit different, actually. I say
Okay.
like a very typical Belgian dish
Uh-huh.
is meat, potatoes, and vegetables, and you can
Okay.
like have different meat dishes like that. You have a couple of like very famous Belgian dishes. It's like stoofvlees, for example, is a stew made out of, in most cases, it's beef. Like it's really delicious. So that's one word. Ordering, you have like, um, what's it called in English? I don't know.
Mm.
I
What's
don't
it
know.
like?
Like it's a type of vegetable. It's a bit bitter, and I'm gonna look up the word. Wait.
Okay, dokie.
Um, like how can I not think of this word?
Ah.
Let me have a look. Mm. Chicory?
Oh yes, chicory. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, it's chicory, but with like ham around it, and then like you have a cheese sauce,
Wow.
like you would mac and cheese. Yeah, it's delicious. Um, yeah, I think what like for me personally, I eat very like I used to live in Italy, for example, so there's a lot of Italian in
Mm-hmm.
my cooking. I try to like switch it up a bit, so I kind of yeah, I love to cook, so I make different dishes all the time. I rarely eat the same thing like
Mm-hmm.
regularly, but most often in Belgium, I'd say there's not that many exotic flavors, and it's a very potato meat based kind of culture, at least where I'm from originally.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So is there, I guess there would be lots of vegetarian options out and about?
It's getting better, yeah. It used to be like a bit. It depends on where you are, of course. If you're in the cities, there's tons of different options. There's different
Yes.
cuisines. It's amazing. If you go to the smaller towns, especially in
Mm-hmm.
like the West Flanders or like a couple of regions, it might get a bit harder.
Uh-huh.
But then again, those are most of the time there will be at least like one or two dishes on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
But for like
That's
a very good selection, it's better that
mm-hmm.
if you're in the city, of course.
Yeah. Good. Wow. I'm trying to think if there's anything else anybody would like to know. Is there anything else you can think of being a local?
Not immediately, no. To be
Ah,
honest.
yeah. We'll just try it out then. Thank you so much, Lisa, for coming on and chatting
Okay.
to us about Belgium.
Thank you
Thank
for thinking of
you.
me.
No, all right.
See you.
Take care for now.
Bye.
Bye.